This video is going to be about the most powerful single tune or upgrade that you can get for a Brompton. There must be hundreds of different upgrades out there. I have installed some of them and you can see those in my book, and you can also look at my philosophy of how I built what is still the fastest and, in my view, the most comfortable Brompton on the road. I actually do not have this one piece, but this is the one thing that everybody covet. I have kind of spent all my money on the electric and tuning the drivetrain without having to move away from the Brompton frame entirely. I would say that once you start replacing parts such as the triangle that you see here, or the front fork, or even the steering column, then the bike is no longer a Brompton. In my case, I wanted to keep it a Brompton for the time being because I think that you can make significant upgrades even without altering the frame itself. But that's not necessarily the only way to proceed. The most important upgrade you can get as a single piece is definitely an upgrade of the rear triangle with something that has the capabilities of the Kinetics. Kinetics makes several triangles, and the one I'm showing here to you is the one that can accommodate a hydraulic or even non-hydraulic disc brake, a roll-off hub which has two wires that need to be connected, and a belt drive as well. And this would be the Gates belt drive. There is another one that brakes, and I've already featured that in a previous video. But the thing is, even though you might be able to get it into the triangle of a conventional stock Brompton, you may not have enough space, because look at the space you get here. The triangle becomes wider here, partly to accommodate all of this stuff that you are putting in there and your disc as well. But this also creates space. You can see it a little bit, that the belt is just sort of barely fitting in here. Even if you buy a braking belt drive, something that does not require the triangle itself to brake, you may not have the space to fit it, at least in the Brompton. So far, I have never seen anybody riding a Brompton with one. So this is the Kinetics website. I'm giving you a link below. We have discussed this supplier before. They are based in Scotland. They are probably the best. These triangles are made of steel. I don't know if they have a titanium triangle or not, but these kind of upgrades with the heavy disc brakes and so on are typically not bought by lightweight enthusiasts. There are many titanium options on the market. Some of them are really cheap as well, but those do not accommodate as much as this triangle does. You look at the prices. A Brompton compatible, this is 400 pounds. That's like close, at least $550 US. This is 500, that's closer to $700. And that's just the triangle. No installations, screws, or anything necessarily involved. They do sell the triangle with a pre-built wheel as well. And they do set you up with the gate belt, which would require an upgrade to the chain wheel. So there are a lot of things that you have to do to fully upgrade. But the thing is, your upgrade begins with a triangle. If you only buy the triangle, you can even keep your original rim, but you need to change the wheel hub, which of course means you will probably have to get a different hub gear set as well, unless you want external gearing, which is also an option. So your wheel is going to have to be rebuilt. You have a new triangle. In this case, I see that they are using the standard mudguard that is distanced more to accommodate the bigger tire. I'm not a fan of these cheap mudguards. I'm not using them myself. So this is not a cheap upgrade by any means, but it gives you the ultimate. And even if you don't upgrade the front like the fork, it's still going to be good because most of your weight is on the rear, it's not in the front. And if you upgrade just the rear and the front, then you're going to have this kind of Harley-esque look where you have a much bigger tire in the rear, assuming that you do want a bigger tire, you can keep your original rim. You can stick to 349 millimeters and continue with the skinny tire that you have now. So those are the parts that you can postpone. You can just get a new triangle and a new hub and maybe a new disc, although you can use existing grip brakes with the triangle. You can see that this is the same kind of part that you see with the standard Brompton triangle. And in fact, he is using the same screw that is stock, and he just lifted the outer end of this miserable looking mudguard. But you could use pretty much, you can reuse your already existing brake assembly. You can have grip brakes with the standard rim that you already have. A lot of people actually have done that. And then maybe next year when you make more money or save more money, then you can move on to the next step and swap out the rim as well. This is a 305, and because it is a 305, it can take the most important Big Apple tire. I just did a video on this tire and why I consider it the best option as an all-around typical tire for the typical Brompton user. If you just want to use it for errands, commuting, light touring, weekend fun, that sort of thing, the Big Apple is more accommodating and more secure than any of the other tires on the market, but you can only use it if you change the rim. The rim would have to go down to 305 because Schwalbe simply refuses to make a Big Apple tire for 349. Even if they did, it could not be a 2-inch wide tire because there is not enough width in the stock triangle. This one is a wider triangle even up here. The stock would not accommodate a 2-inch wide tire, but Schwalbe could bring to market something like a 1.5, 1.6, maybe even a 1.7 would fit if the mud guards are removed or modified, which a lot of people would be willing to do. I would be willing to do it if they had the tire. As far as the roll-off hub is concerned, obviously, if you are going to go with that, then you might as well do that upgrade right in the beginning when you get the new triangle. There is another trick I'd like to show you here. Namely, if you look at this triangle, this is the one that has a carrier rack probably braced into it. This is not a bolt-on rack. So you can see that they have several triangles. They have the one with the built-in rack and the one without the rack. And there's a different price. If you want the cheaper one, this is the one that has no rack, and this other one is going to cost you an extra 100 pounds, which is like an extra $150. If you go with this rack solution and you try to put things here, your feet as you pedal, I mean, we can't see the pedal here, but pedal is going to be somewhere around here. Since I used to have a bolt-on rack, I can tell you that you are going to be kicking anything that you put here. And yeah, this is a very solid, sturdy design because it's one piece. And you can do something like some of the custom Brompton people have done. I don't think this is a part of Moulton's original offerings. This is a customized Moulton bike, and what Moulton has done here is significant and can be copied for the Brompton as well, because this is a diagonal piece that you just bolt onto the stock Moulton rear carrier, and what it does is it lifts up whatever you can pack here. And not only that, but it adds support so you can put even more weight onto it. This would have to be a custom made piece, but this is something you might be able to add so that you have a slanted platform here, which is gonna move the luggage away from your feet, and you should be able to pack quite a bit of stuff onto it without kicking the rear rack. Just an idea, just a possibility. Of course, you could also pack a lot of stuff onto this railing under the seat, because the seat was designed and these rails were designed to support the weight of a very heavy person, say somebody who weighs 230 pounds. If you don't weigh even 200 pounds, then you can probably pack as much as the bag is able to hold, and that is going to keep it farther up, so you're not going to be kicking it. This is kind of a problem with small wheel bikes, although the Moulton in this case has a much higher rack, so you're not going to kick it as much, but here is where your foot is coming around. It's too close. If you put something here, it's still going to be too close. That's probably why somebody invented this piece, which in my opinion could be modified to fit the Brompton, except that the Brompton does not have a support like this coming out of the frame this far up. The Brompton frame pretty much ends here, so you would have to attach the top of it to some fixed height, maybe the rail on the seat or something like that. But this triangle is really an interesting idea. So here is one upgrade, a triangle, which would drastically improve road contact, cushion, and comfort, even if you are only upgrading the rear, which would allow you to eliminate the chain and to switch to a belt drive, which may not be as efficient as a chain, but that actually makes the folding bike much more competitive against an electric scooter. The electric scooter has no chains, no oil to worry about, but it has limited range and often you cannot sit down. With this solution, you also get rid of the oil problem and the mess, and you can sit down and you have no range anxiety because you can go as far as your muscles allow. Plus, this upgrade allows you to install a roll-off. The belt drive upgrade is not even available for any of the other companies except for the Pro Drive. Perhaps Bike Friday would install something like this. I'm not sure because that requires the separable triangle. So don't quote me on that. But this is the one single most powerful upgrade that changes the whole bike. And if your bike starts looking like a Harley, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do like the asymmetrical setup with the butch rear tire and something more slender in the front. I think that looks pretty dynamic. No objection against it. Am I going to install this on my upcoming version of the Brompton? Probably not, because I have other ideas and other things to focus on, but that will be another video. For now, this is it. Make sure to share, subscribe, and check out the links below. If you check out the shop page that I have, there are some useful links there, but I'm also going to put a link to Kinetics. If you haven't seen the company's website, it's worth checking it out.
I'll be back.